I'll be honest, I didn't really realize how racist some people are until I'm in an all-white space and people don't realize that I'm mixed.
What's popping, world? Welcome to this YouTube space. I hope you are doing great wherever you're watching from. Thank you so much for being here. Kindly subscribe, like, and comment on this YouTube. Now, the video I'm going to react is this biracial, race, like mixed race. You are black, you are white, your mother is black, your father is white, or your mother is white, your father is black. Now, there is this group of, the video I'm going to play for you, of biracial or mixed race people telling the secret of white people, because most of them, they clearly look like white. For example, if they are more of white, they look like white, but on the other side they are black because they have a black mother and a white father, or a black father and a white mother. So they are telling us the secrets of white people because it's easy for them to mingle with them without being noticed to be not of that race. So when they are there, you find a black or white people talking about some things, and most of this expose is about the racial utterances from the white people, how they think of black people or how they think of other race. They broke the code. I think it's exposing, like being in their midst and telling what they are saying because they don't know about you. People in a mission. They're called white passing. Let's watch these clips and then we go talk about them.
I have so many stories of growing up being biracial and white people just saying anything they wanted to say in front of me.
One thing that I've noticed about being mixed, I'm half black, half white, but I think people who have any part black would probably be able to relate to this. And I know talking about being mixed on this app is not for the weak, but here I go. Also prefacing that I grew up in a predominantly white suburb. I go to a PWI, so I've been surrounded by a lot of white people throughout my life. But for some reason, racist people genuinely think they can confide in me. The amount of people who say things to me or who act a certain way or who are friends with me but not friends with any other black people, or don't say anything to any other black people because they think that because I'm half black or I don't really look black, it's okay to say, it's okay to hang out with me, like I don't really count as black. Someone has actually told me that, well, she's not even that black to get mad about that. And it's always the people who are subtly racist and you don't know, and then finally their true colors come out. And I'm like, how have I been friends with you this whole time? And it's because they just don't think of you as black. So they don't have an issue with it. And then until they say something and get confronted about it, and then it's kind of like a, oh, well, and it's always just them apologizing or them being sorry that I had my feelings hurt and the intention wasn't for me to be upset or the intention wasn't for me to be hurt. But I'm like, you should be apologizing for being racist, not hurting my feelings. The issue is you being racist, not how I feel about what you said. I don't know if any other mixed people can relate to this, but I just feel like the racist people think they can confide in me, and it's disgusting. But honestly, I can catch them all. So if you wanted to put your friend up to the test or you wanted to see if someone was racist, send them my way because eventually it's going to come out. And
I'll be honest, I didn't really realize how racist some people are until I'm in an all-white space and people don't realize that I'm mixed.
I hear racist stuff all the time. It's time to expose. One time I was with this group of white people, and the girls were talking about this girl who had jungle fever. And this white girl goes, "Isn't it a shame to see our race mixing with another? What's going to happen to our white purity?"
About the time that a hate group was started at my high school called the NHRA. I'll let you guys try and guess what that stood for. And my friends were curious as to why I was completely pissed off because I'm not full black.
I am Mexican, full-blooded. And one time I was dating this guy and his grandpa just moved to a different house. And he said, yeah, you grew up over here. And I'm like, oh, did you? He's like, yeah, it's really different now. I'm like, how so? He's like, well, a lot of Mexicans and blacks live over here now.
I grew up in an extremely racist part of Louisiana. For instance, when I was in beauty school, going to one of my friend's house, and her mom asking me, like, does it gross you out to touch N-word's hair?
I was at a pool party one time and this guy asked me, "What are you?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm mixed." And he asked me with what? And I was like, black and white. And he was like, so you're a half N-word. Then he like turned to his wife and his whole family and was like, guys, guess what? Cole's a half N-word. And like everybody's laughing.
There's another time where I was at a party and the only other black person there left early. Right after he left, one of the white dudes there proceeded to say the N-word. Not even in a song or anything, just said it out loud. When I confronted him about it, he said, what? He's not here anymore. Little did he know that I'm a double agent.
Right now I look mixed as because my hair is done, but normally pretty white passing. If you worked in film before, you know like 11 hours is a normal day. A white passing Hispanic person had overheard one of the main actresses' distress cries to the director. Let's call the actress Biffany Babish. Miss Babish says, my feet hurt, it's time to wrap. One more take. Miss Babish says, okay, well then you go and pay for my medical bills. And this white Hispanic had the audacity to say, ooh, I'm so glad we have Miss Babish to go ghetto on them. I said, ghetto? She said, yeah, black.
Or talking about going to clean my car and another friend's mom saying, oh, you gotta go get the N-words to clean it. N-words are so good at cleaning cars. They know how to clean cars so good. N-words, they're so good at cleaning.
He's like, you don't want to live in a neighborhood that has a lot of Mexicans and blacks. And I said, you don't? Because why would you want to live in a neighborhood that has really good food and really awesome people? My boyfriend at the time didn't say anything. Thanks, Kyle.
There's another time where we were talking about an opposing basketball team. We were talking about why the team was so good, and somebody goes, they're only good because they let all the charity cases on the team. There were no white people on this team. I'm sure I'm not the only white passing person with you.
Hi, my name is Sophia, and today I'm going to be talking about my race and my ethnicity and how they affect me on a daily basis. So, before I begin, I want to discuss the difference between race and ethnicity, in my opinion, and how I think of it in regards to myself. So the way I always thought of it was that race was what people saw on you, so the color of your skin, sometimes the texture of your hair, or like facial features, and ethnicity is what made you who you are, like what your parents were, like where you come from, things like that. So for me, my ethnicity is white. I have very European features, I have very light skin, and kind of light eyes and light hair. But my ethnicity is biracial, which seems funny because you use a term with the word race in it to describe an ethnicity, but I'll get into that more in a little bit. So, I am multi-ethnic, biracial. My mom is black and my dad is white. And the reason I say biracial when describing my race is because my mom is black and American and came to America through slavery many, many years ago. We don't really know where our family is from on her end. So I can't say I'm white and from Niger, or I can't say I'm white and Caribbean, or white and Brazilian, or white and African even, because we just don't know, and there aren't that many records documenting where we came from. So for me, the way I describe myself is biracial, white, and black. Now, for some, it may seem kind of odd. Maybe you know other white and black kids who don't look like me and have more like mixed looking features. I don't know why I'm as light as I am. It just kind of happened. But nonetheless, I am still a person of color. Now that can get confusing because when a lot of people think person of color, they think skin color. And that's, the way I see it, that's just not correct. Because being a person of color, in my mind, means you are not white. And I am not fully white, half white. So the way I go about explaining this for the first time to people is I say I'm a white passing black person, or a white passing mixed person, or a white passing biracial person, or half black, half white, but white passing. Essentially the big word is white passing, which means I experience white privilege. I go about my life with people assuming that I'm white, and I get privilege that I experience the privileges that come with being white. For example, I am more likely to get a job if I say I'm white and not white and black. I'm less likely to be harassed because of my race, and I'm less likely to be treated differently because of my race with people who don't know me. So I kind of wear what my mom calls the complexion for the protection. which is interesting to me because I don't look like my siblings. My sister's very dark, and my brother looks mixed, but kind of still looks less passing than I do. So I go about my life with this disconnect from my ethnicity and my racial makeup because I don't look like what I am, and a huge part of being black is being connected, and a huge part of being part of any race is being connected with the people of your race. And that can be difficult because a lot of people don't understand why it matters to me that I am half black and half white when I do receive white privilege. And a lot of people don't understand why they should care and consider me a person of color when I look the way I do. And to that I say, I am what I am. I know what I am. And it is not up to somebody else to tell me what I can and cannot be racially or ethnically. But it's still something that stirs a lot of conflict in particularly classroom environments. I go to a predominantly white school, and so looking the way I do, I look like I make up that predominantly white school, and I do. But when it comes time to discuss things such as racism and slavery in history class or black poetry in English class, I consider myself to be more on the black side, which can be a cause for conflict because a lot of people, and I don't want to say strictly white people because in my experience it has not always been strictly white people, but a lot of people have been very uncomfortable with me considering myself or calling myself black when I am just as black as any other half black, half white kid that isn't as light as me. And that is hard because I have to continue to explain myself and explain my ethnic and racial existence to people wherever I go. And there are times when I wish I didn't have to do that. But with that and with that struggle, I do accept the fact that I receive white privilege, and that in our society is a very, very big and important thing. So, to wrap things up, I am not white. I appear white. I am white and black, making me a person of color, technically a black person, but also still white passing. So if you didn't get anything else from this video, the 3 major key points are: not all light-skinned people are just white. You can be half black and look completely white. And people who look white but aren't completely white can in fact be people of color.
Welcome back. Now, the time I'm shooting this video is past midnight. It's like 3 a.m. my time in Kenya. So when you see my eyes like sleepy, I'm not sleepy. I'm just, just working late hours. So these videos that I've showed you, these guys or these sisters and brothers, they are not white. Neither they are not black. They are mixed race, white passing, not that white, but they are just passing on a white family. So they have revealed secrets and racist utterances that are coming from the white people. And here, there's a lot has been said. I hope you have heard that. A lot have been said. And from what I have known, that is that a lot of black people or a lot of white people, they say or they hate on black people. Not because they want to hate on black people, but because some of them, they're getting this from maybe their family, maybe they're carrying it on, It's like the parents have taught them just to be like that. Because if as a white baby is born and a black baby is born, they be friends when they are young. But issue starts when they start going maybe junior school, something like that. They're being told not to play with that black family, not to play with that, not to do that. So at some point, I think that most of these white people, most of the youths, they never knew about racism. They never knew about discriminating and about segregation, They learned they were being told, And that's why we always say this thing is studied in school, okay? So these are the secrets of the white people being exposed openly to the world. Openly to the world, because they don't know if this is white or this is black. And I think it's an advantage to be mixed race. Black people think you are white. The white people think you are white. You know, the worst or the funny thing is that the black people think you are white, but the white people, they know you are white. So it's easily to get away with the white people secrets. Very easy to get away with them. So, there's a video I was watching where this Dr. George was saying that he was in the midst of white people. And the white people were saying that, we don't think of you, black people. We don't talk about you. And I have come to see those words. They are very true. And talking about us is not talking about discussing us, how black people, this. But what I've come to know is that they don't care about us. Not just talking, but they don't care about us. As we care their move. So we see them, maybe we respect them, we want to greet them. We just want to have good relationship with white people as black people so that we can avoid a lot of things. As a young man, as a black man, when you have a white friend, you see yourself like as a privilege to have this white friend. He doesn't care. It's a privilege for you as a black person to have a white friend, but he doesn't care. He does not think about you. He think about his white people, his white family and everything. But as black people, sometimes to get a black person has this white boyfriend. And in that village, we will not, just walking like this. I have a white boyfriend or a white girlfriend. Trying to say that you think that one is a privilege, it's an achievement for you to have a white boyfriend. Man, it's not an achievement. Believe me, it is not an achievement. Maybe it's only an achievement because he has some more dollars than us as your black boyfriends. And that's why I say they don't think about us. We think about them every time, we mind. We are happy to have these white friends. We talk about them, we see them, we greet them with respect. We even put two hands like this. They come to Africa, we jump like Maasai to entertain them, but they don't care about us. When we go there, they see us different. Like, I don't know if you feel what I'm trying to say. For example, when white people, tourists, come to Kenya, there's a group of Maasai lined. They jump to them, singing, and everything. People calling Mzungu, Mzungu. And even when you go, you keep on telling stories how there is a white man in that village. Wow, looking good. They don't care about you. They don't really care. What they do when they are together, white friends, family, and they get themselves talking about black people, they go negative. You know what they think about us. For example, these funny questions they always ask. So you guys are in Africa, yeah? So do you have houses in Africa? Okay, so you people are in Africa, yeah? So you guys sleep on trees. Okay, so you guys are in Africa. So there is monkeys everywhere. And even they don't know if Africa is a continent. They just know it's a country. They don't know any city about us. They don't know any other country in Africa. But here, black people, for example, not those African diaspora or black Americans, black people in Africa, we keep on learning about France, learning about Portugal, Spain. We know their cities. We know Brazil, USA, Canada. We know those cities. We care, we mind about them. We are here in Africa. We don't celebrate our football. We don't go and watch our football, but we think about Arsenal. We think about Chelsea, Barcelona. We care more about them, and they don't even think about us. Do you think white people knows there's a football club in Kenya called Gor Mahia, or in Tanzania called Simba, or in South Africa called Chief Kaizer, or in Ghana, they don't know about that. So there's a number of things we do as black people. Is only we think that we are trying to make them happy for us, but they don't. So these white passing brothers and sisters, this biracial or mixed race, they brought the secrets of the white people, how they talk when they're together against other races. Like, even one of them was so shocked, like he has never seen more racist thing like this. So maybe you get this Mexican and white, half Mexican, half white. The white people are chattering there, talking bad against Mexican, and he's just there. Like, wow, that's how you feel against my community. So awkward. But, exposing the expose. I loved it. I love this video. I love how these guys come out here and talked about what's happening. We need to know from the deep. It's like a CIA in the mission. Not CIA. They are called what? The DCI. Those who are coming to pretend they are one of you, but they are not one of you. And talking about pretending to be one of you and not one of you. Like, when I was young in school, like primary 1, 2, white people are coming in our school, taking pictures of us, giving us footballs, books. And we were so happy that, white people have come to our school. But I didn't knew what was behind that, because pictures taking there, they are helping people in Africa. So when I grew up, I knew that it is not for free, that you just come and help people there in Africa, and yet there's some white people in the streets of USA not showing us. So this act of kindness, trying to be kindness to black people, has made a lot of black people to grow this sympathy unto them, to be brainwashed to think they are better. So there is a lot going on in the white people's circle that we as black people, we don't know, because we cannot be their friend. They cannot. If they know you are not their type, they can't say direct things to you. So when they are in their circle, they say things. So it's only mixed race. They get this advantage of knowing what or how they are. So we need more expose. We need more. If you are a mixed race, if you are half Mexican, half white, half black, half white, and you have more features of white, we need these secrets out so that we know how to handle these issues. Yeah, we need to know how to handle them. Tell me what you think on the comment section about this video. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm happy to be one of your guys that you are watching. Please keep on watching and share this video to friends and friends. I'm sleepy simply because it's late hours, and I'm trying to create this content for you because I love you and I have to. Until next episode, peace be with you.